Selective inventory control. The principle of selective inventory control recognizes that it is impossible to manage and control every item in the inventory holdings in the same way and still meet the objective of bringing down the level of investment in inventory and avoiding stock out critical items. So, selective inventory control states that it is impossible to manage and control every item in inventory holding in the same way. So a selective technique is used to control the inventory. So the selective inventory control refers to the variation in method of control from item to item on some selective basis. In this method, the items are clustered into a few groups depending upon the selected criteria such as value, usage, and frequency of consumption. Okay, that means using selected criteria, the inventories are classified and classified or clustered into groups, and these groups are controlled individually in different manners so that we can give importance to the high valued items rather than the low valued items. Okay, there are many techniques for selective inventory control. The main classifications are given below. First one is ABC analysis, always better control analysis. ABC analysis means always better control analysis. ABC analysis helps the management to concentrate its efforts on high valued item. So the criteria of classification of inventory is based on annual usage value of items. Okay. Next one is VED analysis. VED analysis. It is based on the criticality of the item. Okay, it is based on the criticality of item or material. In this, items are grouped as vital. V stands for vital, E essential, and D desirable. Okay, it is mainly used to control the inventories of spare parts and to control capital intensive process industries. Okay, next, HML analysis. It is based on the unit price of the material. The classification of the inventory is based on the unit price of the material. In this, items are grouped as high, medium, and low unit price of items. Okay, the items are grouped as high, medium, and low unit price items. It is mainly used to control the inventories of purchased items. The items which are purchased from outside or made outside the company is classified according to HML analysis. Okay, next, FSN analysis. FSN analysis mainly concentrated on the stores. That means it is based on the consumption rate of the inventory in the stores. Okay, this system classifies items into fast moving, slow moving, and non moving inventory. Okay, it helps in controlling the obsolescence. Next, SDE analysis. It is based on the level of difficulty level in the procurement of inventory. Okay, it is based on the level of difficulty level in the procurement of the inventory. This system classifies items into scarce. S stands for scarce, D difficult, and E easy. It is useful in lead time analysis. We already discussed about the lead time. Okay, it is useful in calculating lead time analysis and decision related to purchasing strategies. Next one is SOS analysis. S stands for seasonal and OS stands for off seasonal. Okay, this classification is based on the seasonality of the item. Okay, it is useful in deciding the strategies related to the procurement of seasonal items such as agricultural products. Next one is golf analysis. GOLF. Golf. The criteria of classification is based on the source of inventory, where we get the inventory or the source. Okay, this system classifies items into G, government; O, ordinary; L, local; and foreign; F. Okay, next one is X, Y, Z analysis. It is based on the value of stocks on hand. Okay, inventory value of items used. Okay, in these items with high closing inventory are called as X items, those with moderate closing inventory as Y items, and those with low closing inventory as Z items. It is mainly used for reviewing the inventory. Last one is barcoding analysis. Barcodes are a series of alternative vertical dark and light strips of spaces with varying thickness. Okay, barcodes are series of alternative vertical dark and light strips of spaces with varying thickness. Barcodes contain digitally encoded information. It contains digitally encoded information that is read by optical scanners linked to a computerized database. Information such as price, item status, sales receipt, location of items, etc. may be generated by the computer. Nowadays, barcodes are found very economical in keeping the track of the inventory. Now, this system is widely used for many applications such as in stores, supermarkets, library, etc. Next, ABC analysis. Okay, we will go in detail about ABC analysis. This is an important analytical tool used in inventory control. This helps the management to concentrate efforts on high valued items. This saves this saves time, reduces clerical cost, etc. ABC analysis is also called as always better control analysis. Okay, it categorizes inventories according to quality and value. This analysis divides the inventory items on the basis of cost and use into three classes, namely A class item, B class item, and C class item. Here we can see that the inventories are classified in the table. We can see that the inventories are classified into class A, class B, class C. Okay. In class A item, we can see that these are high valued items but few in number. These are only 5 to 10% of total items, or it may be 10 to 20% of the total items, but their value is 70 to 80%. So its value is 70 to 80% of the total inventory, but the total items or the quantity is 5 to 10% or 10 to 20%. Next, B class item. The A class item, we should give more attention and more control is taken, as it is high valued items. Their total value is about 70 to 75 percentage of the total inventory cost. So more attention and more control is taken for A class items. Next, B class items. These are medium valued items and medium in number. These are about 20 to 30 percentage or 10 to 20 percentage of the total items, and their value is about 10 to 20 percentage or 15 to 20 percentage of the total inventory cost. So a moderate attention and moderate control is taken. Next, C class items. These are low valued items and large in number. Some of them are washers, clips, pins, etc. These are large in number but low valued items. Okay, these are about 60 to 70 percentage or 70 to 80 percentage of the total item, and their value is about 5 to 10 percentage of the total inventory cost. Less attention or loose control is taken for these C class items. Now we can see that a graph is plotted by taking total percentage of number of items as x-axis and total percentage of annual cost in inventory as y-axis. We can plot the values of the table in this graph, and we get in the x-axis, that means at percentage of items, 10 percentage of items for high valued items of 70 to 80 percentage. That is 70 percentage is plotted in the y-axis, carrying percentage of total inventory cost. Okay, y-axis, that is percentage of total inventory cost is 70 percentage, and the percentage of items is 10 percentage for class A item. It is shown in the graph. Okay, that area, the graph contains P and Q areas. Okay, where the 2 points P and Q, where the curve changes its shape, provides 3 segments A, B, C. So at the point P, we note y-axis 0.70 and x-axis 0.10. It is the value of A class items. That means 10 percentage of items and 70 percentage of total inventory cost. And this area under the graph is A class item. Okay, in the B class item, the after 10 percentage a 20 percentage is added, and in y-axis after 70 percentage a 20 to 30 percentage. Sorry, in y here a small error is there. We can add only 15 to 20 percentage, but more than 20 is added here. It's correctly we can add above 70 only 15 to 20 percentage. So in y-axis above 70 we add 15 to 20 percentage, and in x-axis we add 20 percentage. The area under the graph covering the PQ area is the representation of class B, and at class C the total percentage of number of items is 60 to 70 percentage. After 30 we take that 70 percentage, and in y-axis after class B we will take 5 to 10 percentage. Okay, the area under the graph beyond the Q will gives them C class. Okay, that means a procedure is there to draw this graph or getting the A class, B class and C class items. The procedure is as follows. First, identify all the items used in an industry. Second step, list all the items as per their value. Third point, classify them as high, medium and low valued items. Fourth step, find the percentage of them. Fifth step is to plot a graph between percentage of items on x-axis and percentage of total inventory cost on y-axis. After that, the graph shows the ABC analysis. Okay. So ABC analysis is based on Pareto principle, P-A-R-E-T-O, Pareto principle, that a few high usage value items constitute a major part of capital invested in the inventories, whereas bulk of inventory items having low usage value constitute insignificant part of the capital. The Pareto principle states that few high usage value items constitute a major part of the capital invested in inventories, whereas bulk inventory items having low usage value constitute insignificant part of the capital. Okay, the merits and demerits of ABC analysis. Merits: better material planning can be achieved by ABC analysis. Better material planning can be achieved by better material planning can be achieved by ABC analysis, and selective inventory control can be achieved. ABC analysis helps to exercise selective control and focus attention only on a few items. Okay. Next point, industrial experiences reveal that implementing ABC analysis results in reduced clerical cost, save time and effort, results in better planning and control, and increased inventory turnover. Next, limitations of ABC analysis. ABC analysis should be periodically updated. And next point, ABC analysis does not depend on unit cost. Okay, ABC analysis, in order to be fully effective, should be carried out with standardization and quantification. The results of ABC analysis have to be reviewed periodically and updated. Okay, thank you.